Peacemaker Season 2 ends with a dark moment that could see the hero fall into a trap from someone he loves. The new DC Universe and Peacemaker have become known for explosive action sequences, with the TVMA series having a penchant for blood and violence. However, James Gunn's DCU also displays a lot of heart, and that makes for a complex mix. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching for more details. Peacemaker Season 2 leans heavily into the character work for John Cena's Christopher Smith and Peacemaker's cast of DC players. Episode 3 focused its multiverse story on Rick Flag Jr.'s return in a flashback and in the alternate universe, with Peacemaker hitting it off with the other dimension's Emilia Harcourt. Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 3's ending featured a major decision. Before he could be with the alternate universe version of Harcourt, Chris had to look at his own life and put things in order. She had been hurt before by her universe's Peacemaker, so he must do it right. However, that leads to some complications for the hero in the DCU Chapter 1 project, culminating in Episode 4's ending. Is Emilia Harcourt going to arrest Peacemaker? While Episode 3 showed that Peacemaker and the other universe's Harcourt are relationship material, Chris is still in love with his version of Harcourt. As such, when he comes to his home dimension in Episode 4, Peacemaker chooses to talk to Harcourt again to figure things out. Sadly, that might end up being the worst possible choice he could have made. It has been established that Rick Flag and Emilia Harcourt were nearly dating when Peacemaker killed him. Season 2 has shown how Harcourt is conflicted, keeping Chris away because of that. With that history established, Episode 4 sees Flag's father, Frank Grillo's Rick Flag Sr., use one of Harcourt's weaknesses to get her to turn on Peacemaker, and it could succeed. Since Episode 1, Peacemaker Season 2 has shown that Harcourt has been lost and starting fights because she can't find work. Flag confirming that Amanda Waller blackbooked her strikes that nerve, and with his offer to get her old life back if she turns on Chris, I believe she could very well take it. At the moment, it seems to be what she did, as Harcourt ends Episode 4 waiting for Peacemaker with a trap in place to catch him. While she could end up not going through with it, the fact that her feelings for Peacemaker connect to Flag's death, as well as her possibly getting her life on track, makes it seem she will stick to it. Red Saint Wild's powers explained. When he debuted in the DCU, Michael Rooker's Red Saint Wild was introduced as the world's foremost eagle hunter. Not much was revealed about the character, except that he did not seem to be very bright and loves hunting eagles. He nearly got a shot at Eagly in Episode 4 before John Economos hit him, claiming it was an accident. Peacemaker Season 2 has set up a bigger future for Wild, with Rooker's character revealed to be more powerful than he seemed. At the end of Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 4 Red Street Wild gets nearly naked, dances, and performs a ritual that changes how fans view him. With the blood on his forehead and an eagle drawing, magic happens. The ritual allows the character to fly through the skies in his mind as he tracks Eagly. Eventually, he finds the bird at the cabin where Peacemaker is hiding out with his friends. The DC series thus confirms that Red Saint Wild is more than just an eagle hunter, with access to the supernatural. The scope of his magic powers stands to be seen. How Rick Flag Sr. broke his back in the DCU explained. When he is talking to Emilia Harcourt at her place, Rick Flag Sr. mentions how he broke his back on a mission organized by Amanda Waller. DC fans who have only watched Peacemaker or Flag's previous live-action DCU appearance in Superman will not understand what he means by that. That is because the injury happened in the animated Creature Commandos series. While looking for clues at a house, Rick Flag is forced to fight one of Batman's many villains, Clayface. The character is going to be a big deal in the DCU, as DC is filming a Clayface solo movie for a 2026 release, before Batman makes his live-action DCU debut. Frankenstein helped Flag and eventually defeated Clayface. The DC monster managed to shock Clayface, causing him to break down and not reform. However, he only did that after the Batman villain had already broken Rick Flag Sr.'s back, lifting him above his head and smashing Flag on his knee, just like Bane famously does to Batman in the comics and other adaptations. Peacemaker's quantum unfolding chamber's origin explained. Finally, Peacemaker explained the origin of the key device to its multiverse storyline. Peacemaker's father, Augie, aka the White Dragon, never seemed smart enough to create the quantum unfolding chamber, which leads to doors to other dimensions. At the start of the episode, the series reveals that Augie killed an alien and stole the device that opened the door. Chris reveals that he can transfer the door to another location and has done so before, twice. Based on that, it is clear in which direction the series is headed. What remains to be seen is whether Peacemaker can make his way back into the other universe or if he will be arrested when he meets Harcourt.